Good morning, everyone. It is March 16th, 2018. I'm Eric. I'm here at the Free Thought Project. Breaking surveillance video released. The Parkland shooting does not show shooter. I gotta wonder if that Cruz kid actually did any of it, but let's see what happens here. More than 27 minutes of the surveillance footage has been released from security cameras at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School for the purpose of showing former Deputy Scott Peterson standing outside of the building while students and teachers were murdered inside. In response to the actions of the armed school resource officer, Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel said the footage speaks for itself. His actions were enough to warrant an internal affairs investigation as requested by Sheriff Scott Israel on February 21st. After being suspended without pay, Peterson chose to resign and immediately retire rather than face possible termination, a statement from the department noted. According to the timestamp on the video, the footage begins at 2:22 on February 14th, less than 1 minute before police claim the suspect, Nicholas Cruz, opened fire inside the freshman building. In the video, Peterson can be seen running toward the golf cart. At about the same time, the first 911 call was made to Coral Springs police reporting a shooting. He then runs to another side of the building, and the surveillance footage changes to a different angle of the building. It was during that time that Peterson reportedly said over his police radio, "Be advised, we have possible, could be firecrackers. I think we have shots fired, possible shots fired. 1200 building." According to a timeline of the shooting from the Sun Sentinel, Cruz was picked up by an Uber at 2:06 p.m. and then dropped off at the school at 2:19. He then entered the freshman building at 2:21. Okay. The shooting reportedly lasted 7 minutes, which included enough time for a freshman student named Cruz or Chris McKenna to find Cruz loading his rifle and then to flee to get help when Cruz told him, "Things are going to start getting messy." The school confirmed that Cruz exited the building at 2:28 and blended in with students who were fleeing campus. A teacher at the school who witnessed the shooting said she initially thought the shooter was a police officer because he was dressed in full body armor and was carrying a rifle she had never seen before. Given that he may have set off more warning signs if he had been fully clothed in body armor when he was riding in a Uber or entering the school, the timeline gives Cruz just 7 minutes to load his rifle, put on his body armor, and shoot 31 people, discard the gun and body armor, and then exit the building. Now, how likely does that sound? I mean, 7 minutes. 7 minutes to dress in full armor, face mask, all of it. Of course, the loading of the rifle only takes a couple of seconds, but shooting the 31 people and discarding the gun and the body armor and then exiting the building, I don't think so. I don't think so. The surveillance footage released by the Broward County Sheriff's Office ends at 2:50 p.m. and while it does show some students walking by as they exit the building, it fails to show Cruz entering or exiting, details that would arguably help to put the public's mind at ease. Now, how come the surveillance footage does not show him entering the building? As the Free Thought Project has reported, it has been 1 month since the shooting occurred, and even though 17 innocent people were killed, the surveillance footage that has been released serves as a reminder that some of the most glaring questions and inconsistencies are ones that both law enforcement and mainstream media refuse to address. What the release of this footage highlights is the insulting attempt to appease the public and media's demands for actual video that shows the actual crime. Until this is released, authorities in Florida are doing an injustice the victims and their families alike. Of course, did anyone really expect them to release the footage? The real footage? No, they released selective angles of this footage. And it makes me wonder, why? Why? What do they have to hide? You tell me in the comment section if, again, I'm not talking to myself. Kill the state and live free.